I'm Mallory Sofastaii. At WMAR-2 News, we're working for you with Rebound Maryland. Part of that rebound is getting people back to work, but it's also getting those people the help they need right now to support themselves and their families. And we've been hearing from a lot of you about the difficulties you've had in filing for unemployment insurance. So I had the chance to sit down with the Maryland Secretary of Labor, Tiffany Robinson, and asked her the questions you want answered. When this new one-stop shop application opens, how long will applicants have to wait to receive benefits? Will it be the standard 21 days, or in California with their system, they're expecting to deliver benefits within 24 to 48 hours of their application?
So we're not there yet with that type of timeline, but we are hoping to make it faster with the new system. Part of all the new things that we're doing is working with Bank of America, our vendor for payments on debit cards, to also allow a digital payment option, which would allow us to get those payments out more quickly. Even our system, even though it's streamlined and open to every type of applicant, on the front end, it still does require some manual processing on the back end from our team. We have to make sure that we get documents signed by the claimant if they want taxes to be taken out of their benefits. We have to contact the employer and get their confirmation of information that was submitted. So there's still a little bit of work. We try to get payments out within that 21 days. We actually are getting payments out to many, many claimants much faster than that. I keep telling everyone on average 21 days because we do anticipate another surge of claimants coming in on Friday when this application opens. So we just want to prepare ourselves and make sure we're doing the best we can.
When you say 21 days, can you clarify if that's 21 business days, if that's 21 calendar days from when they're approved?
21 calendar days. It's 21 calendar days from the time that a claimant makes their claim and they receive their debit card in the mail.
Do you have any time frame for direct deposit with Bank of America?
I wish I did. I would have to circle back with my team. We have been having ongoing conversations daily with Bank of America. They have the Zelle option for those that have a Bank of America account. You may know how easy it is to send money back and forth. So that would be a faster option. There wouldn't have to be the back and forth in the mail. So it would save a few days for sure. The $600 is retroactive back to March 29th. That is when the federal government made that announcement of that program. We actually signed the agreement with the federal government on a Sunday. They announced it, I think, on Saturday. We signed the agreement on Sunday to ensure states that did not sign the agreement that fast, their $600 additional payment is not effective until a little bit later. We signed it that weekend as quickly as we were allowed to do it so that we could make those benefits available for Marylanders as quickly as possible. So they're available from March 29th for 4 months. So our self-employed, independent contractors, people with insufficient work history, all of those claimants coming in under the new PUA program with the CARES Act can be eligible back to January 27th if that's the time that they separated from employment or stopped receiving any type of wages. They were not able to operate their business.
I received an email. 2 family members filed on the same day. One already received his card and benefits. The other received confirmation his application was received, but nothing since. It's been 4 weeks. What can someone in the situation do since they're just not able to get through to anyone on the phones?
Sure. So they must have some type of issue that's being worked out on the back end by our team. They can certainly send an email to ui.inquiry@maryland.gov. We have ramped up the team of employees that we have answering those emails because we know we're having a hard time with people getting through on our phone lines. We have also added, we're ramping up to add 200 professionals answering those calls and actually taking claims. We contracted with a vendor for that on Friday. So 60 new claims takers were phased in on Friday, and we're adding more and more every day and every week until we get to 200. We think that's going to really reduce our call times, and we hope we'll be able to get back with claimants like that have an issue that they're concerned about. I promise you there's a lot of work being done on our side. It's unfortunate that we're just so overwhelmed that we're having trouble with all of that in between communication with our customers. But we're doing everything in our power to improve it by answering emails faster, having more people answering the phones. And on Friday, when this new one-stop application launches, I do believe that our call times will be significantly reduced because everyone now, not only the new independent contractors and people who couldn't file before, but federal employees, military employees, people with multi-state wage claims that also didn't used to be able to file online. We have revamped the system so that everyone can file online now. The only reason anyone would need to call our phone systems is if they wanted to speak to us, if they wanted us to help them through their application or answer one of those unique questions as to what's happening and why. That will be there for that, but every Marylander can file a claim online as of this Friday. We're really excited about that. There is a process by where they can ask for an alternative benefit timeframe to be counted towards unemployment. And also, if they were denied previously before the launching of pandemic unemployment assistance, which allows more people to be eligible with different types of insufficient work history that might have been denied before, that we may be able to get them into the system that way. So hopefully we'll be able to communicate with them soon by phone or answer an email and get that worked out.
Yeah, if they are denied, can they reapply online, or do they need to speak to someone to get that worked out in the system?
It would be better if they spoke to someone because they already have an application in, so we don't want to have a duplicate application. There's a process for a disputed claim or a request for an alternate time frame for us to count. So I do appreciate everyone being so patient with us. We have been working truly around the clock to improve our systems and our ability to answer calls and emails, and we're finally getting to the point where I think this week and next week, it's going to be a really big difference and people are going to start to see it. I also want to mention that all of these people will be getting their benefits for an additional 13 weeks. That's new under the CARES Act as well. For those who are already in our system, that's automatic. They don't have to do anything. They will receive an additional 13 weeks of benefits. But for those who have exhausted benefits, for example, as far back as July of 2019, they can reapply on our new online system and receive an additional 13 weeks of benefits. A lot of Marylanders have complex claims. Some of them have worked in the last 18 months in multiple states. And those are the people that we would usually spend a lot of time with on the phone to work through certain issues. If there is a hiccup with another state, we are finding that some people are actually filing, they're getting nervous, and so they're filing their claims in multiple states. So then we get a call from, Virginia, and we have to work that out. Sometimes those types of claims with complex issues take longer than 21 days, as you can imagine. Also, we've been dealing with a surge of claims and still been meeting our average of under 21 days. So we're happy with that. We know it's not perfect, and we know it can always be improved, which is what we're trying to do.
Questions from our viewers. Michael Brune, will the extra $600 be taxable?
So most people will, yes, but most people's taxes will be satisfied by being taken out of the initial benefits, and it probably won't have to hit the additional benefits, but yes, it's taxable.
Karen Sharp-Regan, for realtors in particular who only receive commissions when a deal closes, what information are they going to require from us? We don't know when our next deal is. We could have a deal under contract and it falls through, then we don't get paid. Is the system set up for this? Did they incorporate something in the system to account for this?
So I assume she's asking about how we will verify previous wages for the previous 18 months. In the new system, there will be an ability for them to upload proof of income in a lot of different ways than we've been able to do it before. They're still actually working the details out of this, so I don't want to say the wrong thing, but they'll be able to upload things like contracts and bank statements and anything, invoices, any type of any document that will show the income that they received. That's very different than our normal claimant who's submitting their W-2 or their pay stub. That's why this system was complex to create, because we're now dealing with an entirely new group of benefit recipients who've never been eligible for and receive income in a very different way.